Peace and love, creatives. It's Sketchbox time, and it's also day 3 of 12 days of Givemas. And this is also December's Sketchbox. So let's see what we get inside. Is it going to be amazing? Is it going to be... Let's just see. So first thing we get is some watercolor paper, and it seems like we have 2 different kinds. We get some shimmering watercolors, some colored pencils that are made by Sketchbox, some white watercolor by M. Graham. I think it's a gold pen. I believe we've gotten this before in other boxes. And a white Prismacolor pencil. Here's the leaflet with an example of the art we're going to do, and then all the stuff that's in the box and the art. Oh, how cute is that? That's really cute. And then, of course, you have the tutorial if you want to follow along with some art. Let's get into the watercolor paper. So we get, this is by Legion. It's cold press, 300 GSM. You have the white paper, and you have the black paper. And I think we're gonna swatch on both, right? Might as well, we have both. So let's check out these pencils. Let's see what's up. These are Sketchbox signature pencils. The colors that come in this set is blue spruce, robin's egg, chartreuse, cream, cherry, and chocolate. Use these over the color shift watercolors to add color and texture. Okay. They look nice. They are very, very nice and chunky looking. They remind me, like, the look of them is very reminiscent of like Polychromos kind of pencils. That's what they look like. I'm just going to do like a hard press and a soft of each swatch, I should say, of each color. And we'll get an idea of how they look. I feel really scratchy on this paper. I don't know if it's this paper or if it's just the nature of the pencil, but I feel like they're a little harder than like, I guess, your Prismacolor. They're definitely more reminiscent of like a harder pencil, which is fine. And then we have these watercolors here. They're called Color Shift. And the colors that we get with these are the Hydrangea, Shimmer, Alarm, Mermaid, and Chartreuse. Let's see how long this stays on the water brush. I doubt it's going to stay long. Oh, I forgot to check to see how the Prismacolor pencil goes over, but I know how it works, so I kind of like didn't need to, but just to show you, that white is like the best white pencil you can get. If you're looking for a white pencil, that's your man. And now I'm just activating the gold pen. I activated so that the gold came out, and then I closed it again and I gave it a little shake, and that just helps the nib stay really juicy. Now, I figured we would do like a fun swatch on these papers just because. And I got a little carried away with like the swatching just because of the gold pen. I don't know, it did something to me. It might have been the fumes, who knows. But I figured, why not make a piece of art while I'm swatching these colors? And oof, look at that. That's a nice color shifting. I think Hydrangea. I think that's the one. That's the color of that one. And then I decided to not go over the gold in this one and like kind of like get really intricate with the detail of this swatch. And I tell you, while I was swatching this, I definitely, I kind of like was like, move out of my way, I'm busy. Like, I got caught up in the moment and definitely took my sweet time swatching. And this one of these ends up turning out to be the art piece. Let's just put it like that. So, initially with these watercolors, I tell you, I was underwhelmed, and I wasn't crazy about it. But after the first laydown and the gold and everything, I was just like, okay. Now these two colors are very samey on the black, but as you can see on the white, there's a stark difference in the color. And I just was having so much fun swatching these paints. So now we're moving on to the alarm, and it's kind of like a pink on the black and then a totally different color on the white. It's just very fun. This is so fun to use. If you hear any jingling, that is either Rosie or Daisy. In this moment, it's Rosie. Those are my dogs. So this is the alarm, and can we just, I have not yet, but I guarantee you either today or tomorrow, I'm going to take a large piece of paper and I'm going to make this same exact art on a larger piece of paper and maybe incorporate a little bit more gold into the mix of it. Oh, like, look at this mermaid color. Doesn't it make you want to like paint mermaids or something? Or at least just like scales. Beautiful. It's such a beautiful color. And it's equally as beautiful on the white as it is on the black. Like, I think this is one of the only colors, minus the chartreuse, that pretty much stood the same. But if you look at the mermaid on the white, it's kind of like a gradient without you having to make a gradient. It's just beautiful. This one was like, when I swatched it, I was like, wah, wah, wah. It's kind of like, it's a nice color. It's a very good yellow, but it kind of was like, I wish I swatched it first because maybe I would have been a little bit more like, ooh, nice color. But being that I swatched it last, it was kind of like, okay, it's yellow and it's shiny. So now that I got, just this one is dry, so I just decided to just make art and see how the gold goes on top of the watercolors and make like a cute little design on it. I also wanted to try and see how the pencil went on top of the watercolors. I mean, it does go on top of the watercolors, the white one especially, but I don't know. I wasn't impressed, but I'm gonna tell you this, the pencils are nice. I ended up trying them on some watercolor paper that I have lying around, and they layer up nice. They feel nice and creamy on the other water paper that I have, but for some reason it just wasn't doing it for me in this piece. It just, the pencils were a nice addition, but I feel like I didn't need it for the piece. Of course, I decided to take the white watercolor, which I honestly thought was gouache. Initially, I thought it was gouache. I didn't think to read, although in my defense, I didn't expect to get white watercolor. If you're going to give a white, I would assume you give a gouache, but I think they wanted you to use the white to mix with the color shift, and maybe next time I'll do that, but in this moment I did not. I just decided to just color in the background of the black but leave some black standing out. And because the white isn't like a completely opaque white because it's watercolor, the color shift on the black paper kind of gives it like a gray tone at the end of the whole thing, like once it dries. And seriously, I only did this to cover up the pencil swatch that I did so that it kind of looks like a finished art piece, and I really like it. I really like it. I would like to do a piece like this, like seriously, on a big piece of paper. I would like to hang it in my wall. Like it's just, I really liked the way this piece came out. I love everything I did in this right here. And I know it was just a swatch, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have to say, let me cook. Because at one point, that's what I was like. I'm just like in the zone. I'm like, leave me alone. Let me cook. I'm just going to make art. And that's what you want with these kinds of boxes. When you get a mystery box, you want to be like, let me cook. You want to be like enthralled in it. You want it to take you away for an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, however long you have to get away and do your art. So thank you to Sketchbox for the last box being just that for me, because we all need that. We all need that little bit of inspiration that's going to keep us sane for however long it keeps us sane, and until we need that little dopamine push again, you know what I mean? But this is what I got into today, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. By the way, this is day 3's giveaway. It is a Sketchbox pencil case, some gouache, a palette, Derwent drawing pencils, Faber-Castell pencils, and some paper by Stillman and Byrne. And it is, it's up for grabs. And all you have to do is like the other videos, just comment below. And I will pick a winner for day 3. Okay.